everyone, and welcome to our weekly series, AmericOn. I'm your host, Americ, and today, a special topic. I am going to share with you the 3 reasons why I like Game of Thrones. Now, word of warning, if you have never watched the show, I will be bringing up some of the things that have happened throughout the seasons. Just be warned. Number 1. Very few shows manage to do the following thing very well, but Game of Thrones is, in my opinion, a master at it. We all know we always have the main characters and secondary characters, sometimes really bit players that you don't really care about, which makes sense. That's every single TV show out there. But Game of Thrones does a really good job of bringing life and giving substance to even the most minor characters. I mean, we're talking people who are in like 1 episode or literally in a few scenes, yet you remember them, you feel bad for them, you empathize for them. It's very difficult to care about characters in general, but shows that make you care about the smallest characters really do a good job. For those of you who've watched Game of Thrones, one of the characters that really sticks with me, and to this day I feel bad for them, was Arya's teacher. You know, the one who was teaching her how to handle needle? I love that character so much. I know that things didn't particularly end well for him, but I felt that he actually set her into a path for her life that very few other people have. Game of Thrones is one of the few shows that can bring characters like that to life. Number 2. Speaking of characters, the other thing that I like about Game of Thrones is that even the main characters are not safe from being hurt or killed or impacted in some way. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people enjoy this show, but it also goes against the grain of pretty much every single American TV show out there, because you don't hurt your main characters. You don't do that. Now I feel Game of Thrones is a good example of how some shows are just saying, screw it, we're going to hurt our main character, or sometimes we're just gonna kill them. We're talking about people that we enjoyed and we're like, no one can ever touch them. For those of you who've watched the show, you know what I'm talking about. Red Wedding, Red Viper, Sansa and Ramsay. Enough said! Number 3. The main reason why I love this show, why I adore this show, it's not because it has big battle scenes, or it has shocking twists and turns, or it just has these like big fancy decors and characters and just storylines. No, it's because it has big small moments. Big small moments are little, just not impactful moments where maybe characters are talking, maybe there's a look, maybe there's just the scene that's just being set and you see something happening and it's not a big scene. There's not like a lot of music, it's just very quiet or just very subtle, and those moments really impact you in a way that's just mind-blowing. I mean, they become iconic and people talk about them and reference them and say, you know, it's like in that scene, it's like, oh man, I remember that was that scene, yeah! So one big small scene for me will remain the Chaos is a Ladder speech given by Littlefinger. I love that scene so much. I was like, oh, okay, hello, what is happening? This is history. This dialogue is just perfectly delivered. It is meaningful and it impacts you in a way where you're like, I can actually somehow take this in my own life and apply it in some way in some of the things that I'm doing, because I just think it was just brilliant, it was well written, and it's a good example for me of a big small moment. But anyways, those are the reasons why I like Game of Thrones. I want to hear from you. Whether you're a book reader or non-book reader, if you like Game of Thrones, comment below and let me know what are some of the reasons that you enjoy the show. And if you like this series where I'm just giving you reasons why I like a given show, you know, comment below and give me some ideas of some shows you'd like me to give you some of the reasons I enjoy. Anyways, guys, that's all from me. I will see you next week for a new AmericOn. Like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye. Why do I always dance at the end?